And coming off of the back of the fabulous Orobidu, let's move on to the next track here, Mike Oldfield, 5 Miles Out. You see the title, you see me, you know what's happening. Let's move on into Mount Teidi, Mount Today. It's one of those. So really quickly, just because I'm not familiar with that, I looked up Mount. I know I'm pronouncing it wrong, and someone's going to tell me the right pronunciation, but at the moment, I ain't got that. So it's a volcano on Tenerife in the Canary Islands, Spain. Its summit is the highest point in Spain and the highest point above sea level in the islands of the Atlantic. It looks absolutely gorgeous. If I remember, which typically I do, but sometimes I forget, I'll put a picture or some pictures of the mountain there, which, like I said, it looks absolutely gorgeous. That'd be really cool to see, like a sunset, sunrise. Anyways, let's listen to the song. I'm sure that Mike had visited, perhaps flown over or around the mountain, and maybe he was inspired in listening and seeing at the site, and maybe he made this music to see it, to interpret it. So let's go ahead and give it a listen. We'll talk about it after. Let's go. It's an interesting sound. What is that sound? How is he making that? Those little impactful drums make a great statement in here. There's that guitar. This is definitely scaling this summit or soaring around, just reacting to the scenery. I love that. Just quick jumps. that was a 4-minute scale the summit from the bottom to the top of the mountain climb. That was a little bit of a mini epic, basically in 4 minutes. You started down here, started small. I love Palmer's drumming in here, which is so nice to hear Palmer working with Mike Oldfield. Like, you know how, like, I can't speak for you. I can only speak for myself. In listening to Mike Oldfield, starting from the very beginning, starting from Tubular Bells, like it's him, then slowly he starts involving other people, and it's like, wow, I wonder how he would sound with blank person or this person. Well, just like you have features in raps and stuff, like you got Carl Palmer here, which I think he sounds great. I love the impactfulness of his drums. I love the actual production of it as well. It actually sounds like I mean, once we get to that moment, the volcano actually erupts and explodes there, and you have those little mini pops of magma within there. Like, it just sounds absolutely wonderful. I love his drumming in here. And in the very beginning, where it's a little bit more scattered, it did remind me of VLP a little bit. And then you come in with those little synths, for example, that whistling synth that comes in every once in a while. I love that sound. It kind of reminds me of this. You're climbing the mountain, and off to the side, you look off to the side of the edge, and like you see like a bird flying, or you hear the wind whistling through the canyons and the crevices. Like, and that's what that little synth sound is. Like, I don't know if Mike Oldfield was inspired by the Mounts, but come on, if there's a track named after it, I'm sure that I'm kind of having the same imagery and inspiration that he had in writing this particular track. But I love that. I like how light it sounds while the drums and the bass keep everything rhythmically heavy and rumbling. But there's those inspirational moments around and abounding in this track, especially Mike's guitar when he comes in with that. I mean, what are you going to do about it? That sounds absolutely wonderful. And like I said, Palmer sounded great in here. I love the extra percussion near the end. We kind of move into a marching pattern, and it's like that final march to the top of the mountain. It's that final march to the zenith, and you overlook the horizon and you realize that you've made it. I think that's a wonderful track. I think that it says a lot and does a lot in the span of 4 minutes. It's great. It's a great piece of music. Let me know what you guys thought of it, though, in the comments down below. You can follow me over on Twitter. You can support the channel on Patreon. I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you all later. Bye.